Hello, good evening, or morning, or night, or whatever it is, wherever you are. And that's a massive car going past. Good timing. Okay, hopefully the audio's okay. Let's switch into DA. So my name is Sac. I'm a map maker. My home is at patreon.com/SaCMaps, and I've very kindly been granted access to the Magic update, which comes out tomorrow, the 12th of June. I've been granted early access, thanks to the Dungeon Alchemist team for that. So I've been having a play for a few days, just messing around, getting to know the new update, curved walls, angled rooms, moving things, raising and lowering rooms, that sort of thing. New biomes, new room types. And there is actually a room type that I completely forgot to put in the videos. If you search SaCMaps on YouTube, you'll find some teaser videos. I say teaser, they're quite long. It's not so much a tease as a long drawn out evening with candles and a disappointing ending. But excuse me, hay fever still giving me quite the kicking. So there is a room type I was going to say I forgot. I did actually record it. What I didn't realise is that I'd cut it out as well. So we're going to jump in and have a quick look before we go back to the map we'd started yesterday. I'm going to have a look at the cathedral. Because like an absolute wally, I completely forgot that I'd edited it out. Because my brain is very broken. Okay, so we've got the cathedral room type under village. We'll give quite a long body and a couple of, are they called naves? I'm not great with terminology for things like this. We'll give it a couple of twiggly bits. Nice curved frontage. And some angles. It's got to be plenty of room for pews. Pews is a word I know. Yeah. 3 years of RE at high school didn't go to waste. That's quite a nice shape. Excuse me. We'll raise it up slightly. I say slightly. Fair bit. Okay, and we've got, now I was going to say that orientation might not be right because it's dictated by the door, where the door is, but it's put the door in exactly the right place. So we've got huge windows, they're nice. Pew going up to, I mean, you might not have pews quite this far up. And that altar, maybe we need to turn this a little bit more into a spooky cathedral. Good. That's a bit more fitting. crikey. There is also an asset for the cathedral that I think is worth pointing out. We've got a confessional. I think I've managed to crash Dungeon Alchemist. Yes. Let's see if it decides to wake up. Okay. Let's flick back to here for a moment while I reload. So this, it's important to point out, this is a pre-release build. There may be some bugs and issues that still need reporting that aren't going to be in the final release. Bug testing is going on basically non-stop, so that's the kind of thing we can report and try and get sorted. Hi, Mac. Nice to see you. We're just showing off the cathedral and the confessional booth crashed DA. So that was interesting. I'll see if I can recreate that later and submit a bug report. So we're going to jump into the map that was in progress yesterday. Combined Artificer's Workshop and Alchemist's Workshop. I've had a little bit of a tidy of this just to try and get it a bit more ready for a story, as it were. And what we've got is we've got an Artificer and an Alchemist living together, working together underground, possibly not voluntarily. Maybe they're not the best of friends, but the Artificer is trying to expand the workshop with a nice digger. Yeah, I guess they could be very similar. In my brain, you've got potions and mechanics. So we've got separate working and living areas for the two of them. We've increased the size of the workshops and given the alchemist section a little greenhouse. Quite how effective that'll be, I'm not sure. You know, greenhouse is meant to get light and they're underground, but such is life. I do love working with... Oh, there's a little window stuck on the back of this. There we go. Let's just get rid of that. I do love working with an elevator. Let's pull that back a bit. Okay, let's have a look at a few angles. Move back. You've got a kind of elephant shape for the large workshop. A small curved section for the alchemy lab or dissection room, depending on what that's going to be, and some curves, some diagonals, some curves in the greenhouse. Let's have a look from top down how it would be shown on a VTT. I've just noticed there's a big bit of mud coming out the back of there, but that's fine. It's not exactly something that will be shown anyway. So from a VTT point of view, you're looking at some really nice shapes and an underground area, underground lair. And we can always carve some more out if we need to. We're in the cave biome, although you can raise caves in other biomes as well, such as the grasslands, forests and so on. But we could, if we wanted to, we could carve sections of the cave out, maybe for hidden loot storage with a nice carving tool. Maybe someone's digging in towards them and they don't know. But we have quite an effective couple of little bedrooms here. I like the angles. It gives a nice position for the... Actually, we need to get rid of the objects. Doesn't really work for a bedroom. If we jump onto a mansion, switch the rooms out for simple bedroom. I say simple, it's a master bedroom in a mansion. It's going to be quite... Oh, hello. So we've got a mirror. Here's something we can have a look at. Reflections through the mirror. Reflections have been redone. And you can see if we put a token down, let's use one of the Bite the Bullet, one of the skeletal warriors. If we have a look in the mirror, you can, it'll update if we, there we go. You can see the token in the mirror. It's not live updating. The amount of processing power that would take, it would, you know, eat your PC up slightly to have constant refreshing the reflection. So, but you do have a really nice reflection with old style mirror, slightly mottled, bit of dirt on it, needs a bit of a clean, that kind of thing. So let's take the skeletal warrior for a bit of a walk. Let's have a proper walk around. We haven't done that yet. Got the old elevator with a giant lemon. The digging area. I've shrunk the tunnel boring machine down quite a lot. Yeah, we've got a archway to nowhere. Secondary room, ready to pop in another bedroom. And workshop area. This will be for the alchemy side of things. And we can see the new bottles, the new glass effects. Very swish. Any new assets in here by default? New. Apart from the new vials and things. So we're going into the warehouse. This is one of my favourite rooms. Just in general, not in this map in particular. I love a little warehouse. Warehouse? Greenhouse. I knew that. Just checking. And into the big area for the Artificer to be blowing up. Reinforced walls, some of the new walls. And we can fill this in. Let's just have a look at what it gives us if we enable all of the bells and whistles. We'll keep the doors and the walls out of it because they're already sorted. Let's see what it gives us. A lot of the Artificer's bits are brand new. Lots of detritus, lots of bits of junk, metal bits and bobs. Hi Highland lass. How are you doing? Nice to see you. It's popped some of the new bookcases in. We got really nice crates of junk and bits and pieces. Got some pipe work. These are the just to have little piles of things. Thank you, Matt. We've got some new sources for the electricity. We've got a couple of nodules that you can put. Now there's one that goes on the floor. There's a big one that goes on the floor. There's also one that can go on the wall, exactly the same. And we have the huge vice, the massive clamp. Hello. Looks like we've got a sonic screwdriver down there as well. Lots of tools and clamps and grippy things and bits and pieces just scattered around. And if we take the lid off of this crate, we can see that it's also full of bits of gears and knobs and nuts and bolts and so on. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's not good news. So we're going to very quickly make the bedrooms. The story that I'm going to go with, that Sausage has suggested coming up, we have an artificer, an engineer, and we have effectively an engineer and a chemist working together. Artificer and alchemist. They may not be choosing to work together. They've got different disciplines. Maybe they don't get on, but they're in the same small area, and they're just going to have to get on and work with it. So we have two separate bedrooms. I'm going to put actual doors on. So we'll have a look through maybe some of the new doors and find something to go in there. Now we could leave the archways. Could always pop some of the new portals on. Go on every archway and not doorways, just the archways. Oh, these rooms aren't particularly sunken. This is actually just using the cave biome, which is what when I created the map for Mac to have printed by Kraken Wargaming, the what was it called? The catacombs of blah 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 blah. Some form of catacombs. There was a sewer system running through that, and found it. Although we did realise afterwards that it would have been much easier to use the skeletal planes because of all of the skulls that I wanted to embed in the wall, but it was so much easier to just dig through and carve areas for the sewer. So if we had a little scale model, we had a few different lines of the sewer coming off, and then shrink that right down, and then filled in the actual sewer sections. Let's flatten the terrain to be a bit. There we go. So we had the sewer sections coming through, and then all the other parts bridging off of it, which worked quite well. We're able to pop some pipes. Did we use pipes in the end? I can't remember. I know I started to use it with pipes. The large sewer pipe segments. But I can't remember whether it ended up using those. We had I started off using them. I can't remember whether it was what ended up being the case. I do love running through the sewer pipes. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it all works out as, you know, let's just get this back as it was. It's all experimenting and trying bits and bobs. Everything you learn from one map moves on to the next, so, you know. So I'm going to do this as a combination of letting Dungeon Alchemist create, but also adding for my own purposes. Well, one thing that I found out the other day, there's a little space here I can just show you, that I didn't even know was a thing, and I did it by accident. I didn't know that holding control, you can basically chop holes in rooms as you do them. and obviously now you can pop curves on. So I didn't realise that this was, according to Carl, in from the very start. But yeah, as Carl pointed out, there is the note at the bottom. They just never looked or paid attention to it. Apparently, isn't it strange? I do like the Control Z and Control Y. If you start making a building, you think, oh, I can do X, Y, or Z better. Then Control Z, undo, go back to the shaping. So, we've got a bedroom. Let's give it a bit of a refresh and see what pops up. Doesn't need to be too busy. Also doesn't need to be too luxurious. It is, after all, a small area. Just try a servant's bedroom. Feels like needs to be a bit of a something in between. Excuse me. If we tried tavern bedroom. It's not really an individual room in between just the Grand Master's bedroom. Yeah, unfortunately, hay fever's given me an absolute hoofing. Got a castle bedroom. Let's try give that a go. There we go. Bit of a drink. So, I'm going to replace this bed because I want something a bit simpler. The walls, as an artificer, we'll go for something a bit reinforced, even though, you know, maybe not the head on the wall. We'll keep the mirror. I think it'd probably be him doing the drilling. But, yeah, maybe, I mean, that could be a way to wind up the other occupant. Start drilling when he goes to bed. So, let's have a look in the new beds, because there is a new... there is a new bed, which might work for here. It is unusual that it sort of ornate wooden bed. That is a bit dramatic. It is a bit unusual that things do start off. When you search for something, sometimes it starts off halfway down the list. So we'll have a simple log bed, but it's easy to convert this into a slightly more desirable double bed. Let's just break the snapping, pop two together, and give them a bit of a pillow pile. If there's anything like me, he's got half a dozen pillows. There we go, little pillow pile, a chest at the end of the bed. Possibly with... ooh. Maybe not a chest, maybe a crate. That's a good idea. Just merge them. Then we get the... I'll do it just so the covers are touching. So I'm going to fill this crate. I've just realised the vertical has still gone a bit peculiar. Also, oh yeah, there's a couple of the other beds that it does work really well. I think it's kind of on a case by case basis with some of this. There we go. Get the crate. That bear doesn't look impressed, but you know, such is life. So, what else would we have in a bedroom? Yeah, I especially love the driftwood bits and pieces. A simple closet. All of these new cupboards, I'm going to put a few of these in because they're just going to be really, really useful. Put snapping back on. He's getting his own back on the bear. It took his leg. I'm just going to put a little pair of shoes in the closet. And possibly get a signature in. Let's not search for my username. Let's just search for a name. So we've got Eliza. We're going to tuck her in just sneakily behind the boots. And there we go. There's a little signature ready to go. So we've got a little closet. We've got some bits and pieces. Maybe a washing area. There we go, a little washing basin just over to one side. Move the mirror. Yeah, you don't want a bear creeping up on you. Not again. There we go. I really like the mirror reflections. I've seen a few comments about it not updating live, as it were, but the stress that had put on your computer is not worth it. It needs to just be what it is. It takes the snapshot as you're there, and that's more than enough. I've forgotten the name of. Yeah, the flaws in it really help sell it. It looks like an old silver-backed mirror that's had a lot of use over the years. I do like an apothecary jug just sat there, and just for a bit of flavour I'm going to pop down a tiny splosh. Yeah, like an old hand polished bronze. Has got quite a lot of fog, which is nice. A little tiny splosh. Just where there's been a little bit of a leak to one side. Just give it a bit more character. So we've got a couple of lights in here. If you are a crafty person, then highly likely you're going to have some bookcases. We've got so many new bookcases. I'm looking for something to hang on the wall. There we go, bookshelf with old books. Let's zoom in so we can see the variants a bit better. So many new piles of stacks. It's actually the stacks of books that really that I really like. I'm going to drop this one down slightly because it's got all of the paperwork in. So I'm going to drop that down and then bring another one to go up top. There we go, a little pile of books. Something on the other side. What if we can get a long one in? Not massively with that angle, so got some nice driftwood versions. Ooh, I quite like that. A couple of little potions. Maybe it's not very often he has to get help from next door. So we've got a perfectly excuse me, functional bedroom. Little coat hook out here. This is the hallway. As is tradition, pair of boots with every coat rack. Gosh, a really bad time for this hay fever. Suppose summer's kind of default. Okay, let's get a decent door for this guy. Looking through some of the new ones. Got the merchant's door. I do love a reinforced door. Really shows that it's his room. Excellent. So we have an artificer's bedroom. Let's move on to his workshop. Now the Dungeon Alchemist has come up with quite a nice little workshop here. We'll give it a refresh and see what it comes up with. Oh, hello. Okie dokie. So this is one of the new portals, the Artificer's portal. We can change the portal effects from fire, necrotic, sort of a icy, coldy, deathy thing, dark smoke, and a vortex. Change the colour of the crystals, the gems, both at the front and the back. There's red ones. I like a bit of the dark and the light purple though. Can stop the animation at any point. Doesn't seem we can remove the actual portal side of things. Okay, well that's fine. Let's leave it with a green or a blue. Keep the animation on. I like that. So we've got a couple of workbenches ready. This is one of my favourite new stalls. It's got a little handle. We zoom in. Possibly to lock it in place. Or as a break. There's lots of really nice new little leather things. I enjoy those. Let's pop that back there. Ooh, the drain pipes. I do love a bit of drain pipe. Not sure about the windows. just going to clear a few things out because what I would like to do, remove these areas here and the lights. And what I am going to do, there's so many really nice new cupboards, cabinets and closets. I'm going to pop some of those on because I mean I only work with craft suppliers, but the amount of units and cabinets and things like that I've got is slightly bonkers. So this is kind of like becoming more like my little area. Got a two-story cabinet. We can put some tools on there. In fact, let's make that a bit of a feature. Oh, there's variants of it. Didn't know that. There's different levels of the top cabinet. Nice. I think we'll keep it as the same as this one, because that way I know what I'm aiming for, sort of thing. Pop a little drawer unit on there. And the Artificer's tools, we can pop a few in the cabinet. Vice, some big hammers and blades. Actually, let's search Artificer, and that way a little crate of bits and bobs. So here are the 3 new electrical discharge points. We've got some that go on the wall. We've got a new one that goes on the wall and 2 floor mounted. So let's put ones on the... Oh, hello, there's one on the floor over here. Good. So we've got this one on the floor. And we can have this smaller one on the floor. Oh, where's that going to? What? What's under here? I didn't think I'd put anything under there, and nothing's being deleted. Okay. That's new. Good. Let's control Z a few times. There we go. Just... yeah, there's something underground that wants electricity. Slightly scary. So, I'm going to get rid of these pillars here, just so we've got a bit more room. So the Artificer, I'm going to get him another little workbench that can fit inside here, inside this area. Ooh, new vents and... oh, there's a... where are the big fans? I'm a fan of the fan. We can probably fit a fan in here. Maybe not that size. There we go. We've got a nice fan. That could work quite well. We've got a couple of weather effects. Could have a little cloud just sitting over there. And maybe with a tiny bit of cold fog. Actually, that works without the cloud. As good as the cloud did. That's more of a magical side of things. So have a tiny bit of steam in that case. There we go. A bit more central. Combine it with some black smoke just for a bit of blending. There we go. So there's some form of fan that's possibly powering something. That's not a great place to have your discharge, your steam vents coming out right in the middle of the workshop, but you know, in theory there could be something producing all of that. Maybe if you had a cage on top of it. There we go. A little cage. Sink the cage down slightly so that we can still see the fan. There we are. Now there's some small glowing crystals, I reckon. If you had one of these in there, made it green, then we've kind of got a little source of energy. It's almost nuclear energy, D&D style. Nice. I wonder if we can... Tiny bit of green? Is there green smoke, or did I imagine that? Yeah, green swirly mist. Very tiny amount. Oops. Just want to get it right. Now we could lay this on an abstract shape to get it as perfect as we want to. So I'm just going to do that. Make it a bit... So I don't want the green smoke to overpower everything else. So I'm going to shrink it down slightly. Turn this invisible by importing a transparent image. Hello, welcome back. Alright. There we go. We've got suddenly a nuclear powered reactor in some capacity, possibly. With a nice cooling fan on top. Good. Okay. So, can we have a curved bookcase fitting in? Have I left the angle? Is there a good enough angle for this? I think we can cobble it, even though I've not given it a good angle myself. That's my own fault. Let's just use a proper. It's not enjoying that it's the cave biome. There we go. A couple of nice corner bookcases. And we can probably get something nice to go in the middle. Where's one of the nice new bookcases? Arch top. There we go. Let's see if... One thing that would be nice with these curved bookcases is that they don't come furnished. So you have to manually place all of those. And also, for some reason, the furnished bookcases, quite a few of them don't come up when you search bookcase. Oh, bookshelf, that's why it's under bookshelf, not a bookcase. Well, good. Okay, so we got the bookshelf. He could have all of his manuals and such like. Yeah, it'd be nice to do some variants for the... Although 20 items might be a bit of a stretch, depending on what the new rules would be. I'm actually going to bring this down to meet the height of that one. Luckily, it cuts off at a shelf, so that's good. Okay, so more general things in the workshop. Let's get rid of these because we've got plenty of the old shelving areas over there. Going to search for the anvil again and just go through the variants and see what options we have. Various tools on the top. I like the one with the bent sheet metal. and we'll get a Mac hammer out on it. There we go. The perfect way to pre-bend your metal plating. If we search for pile, then we get all of the piles of gears, nuts and bolts, general kind of messes that might be on the floor of a workshop. Let all of that pile up. Huge pile. That was what that one was. Small pile. We can push it into the wall because it's underground, so there's no major issues. Everyone needs a big sledgehammer for when things go wrong. So what I'm going to do is hang it on the wall. Where's the hooks? There they are. I like these hooks. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. So we're going to make a little hanging spot for a massive hammer, ready to clonk things when they go wrong. Just double check. There we go. Now we're hanging a hammer. That's going to be very top heavy, so push it over us slightly. And a measuring rod. Going to shrink that down. And hang it on as well. In shops and things, when I build shops, I quite like to use these hangers to hang things like rucksacks and bags. If we search for one of the backpacks, they're quite good to hang on these hooks. Let's make a new hook down here ready for his backpack. And we'll just get it in the right place to hang the hook over. Up a little bit more. There we go. Turn at a very slight angle. And then suddenly we've got a really nice bag on a hook, hanging waiting, ready. A couple of other little bits and pieces. Lots of metal plates. If we search for metal plate, there's various options that come up. Little bits that are in need of hammering, welding, whatever. They can just kind of get dotted around. Pop a couple over here. Raise them up so they're not underneath other bits. There we go. We've got a few bits and pieces. I'm going to change the floor. See if there's something a bit more suitable. Let's look in the new floors. Got iron grate. I do like the grate. That does look nice. But for the bedroom, I'm going to give him some old wood. There we go. Just so this place doesn't look as... it shouldn't look particularly grand. We've got hardwood. Actually thinking that the old wood might work quite a bit better as the corridor kind of areas. There we go. Then we can give him a bit more of a standard bedroom floor. Not perfect, but slightly ruined wood. There we go. There's a few different styles of the ruined wood, so I'm just going to drop a couple of tiles of the others in, just so it's not non-stop repeating. Going to make sure save, and also new feature, going to turn on auto save every 5 minutes, and that will save a copy of the file in the same folder that your main save is, but with the appellation of autosave, which is very handy. So we're getting getting quite a nice little workshop built up here. Should the portal be a centerpiece? I'm thinking, because this is something to use, will people have a reason to have a portal in the middle? I may replace this with a giant something. We've got a lot of artificers. Desks. And I believe there's one or two with an inbuilt furnace. So that's what I'm looking for. Aha! Here we go. Artificer's furnace. So I'm wondering whether two of these back to back as a kind of all-round 360 workbench. If we have space, let's move it directly into the middle. There we go. There are new stools. There are some really nice piano stools, really good leather. Let's have a quick look at those. Very nice. And similarly, some new stools to go with this kind of setup. Let's have a quick look at those. So we've got 4 basic wooden and leather stools. Now, if there's going to be 2 sides to this desk, I have 2 different stools. Have the leather one on that side. I wonder if there's an object brush for tools. Cooking equipment. Weaponry, woodwork, library. No, it doesn't look like it. So we'll put those down ourselves. Artifice. I will learn to spell that at some point. So, nuts and bolts. Pop a few. Excuse me. Pop a few down. Get some crates alongside the desks. Possibly small electrical connector. I don't know what it was that's in that area that it's connecting to. I've absolutely no idea. Let's connect one to the wall here. And then we've got power. Good. Some cogs and wheels. Got got a very large set of gears that can go here. So possibly, if that's powering the fan, can we have engineering? Let's get the other gears and wheels in. Where are they? I'd have thought they'd come under engineering. Wheel? No. Gear? Aha! Elevator engine. It's a bit on the large side, but we can connect this up in a fashion. Actually, oh no, we can get something. All right, let's enlarge it. Ooh, enlarge it a bit. Shrink it down so that these wheels, they're opposing. That's not going to work so well. But no, I don't think that works quite so well. So we've got a desk, we've got crate o parts, a tool chest, maybe pop that at the back, open that up, and then we've got lots of bits and pieces. Shrink it down slightly just so it's not electrifying the universe. Artifice. Have a couple of bits and just little bits and pieces scattered on the work desks. Trying to find some things that we don't have half a dozen of already. A couple of plates on the floor. Now, these crystals, I wonder if they can change colour. They can. So if we match them, ooh. Yes. Can we get one into the corner? Kind of. But let's not. Let's keep it simple. Pop it on the wall. Put that one on the wall. And then we've got a couple of little green crystals for the what I think is basically a nuclear some sort of nuclear unpleasantness. There we go. Nice. Can't shrink those down easily. But we've got a little workshop. It's quite simple. I wonder if there's some way to put an escape hatch down here. Just because, well, you're going to want somewhere to flee. Possibly not in here. Bit big in the bedroom as well. Let's look at other options for that. Now there's a pipe with a hatch. If we were to... oh, there is actually a proper pipe hatch somewhere, I think. Oh no, that was it. So we have an option for the escape hatch. Where would he keep that? Somewhere you'd need to be able to get to in a hurry. Next to the desk? In one corner? Possibly right in front here. Escape hatch ready. Anywhere better that could be. No, I think it's quite handy there. Unless we're to pop it over in this corner. That's actually quite a nice little empty space. So that could be ready for escaping. Ready to flee at a moment's notice. Good. So let's pop down some more tools and bits and pieces. A couple of cogs. We've got tools, hammers, blades, whatever that is. Looks like a wand more than anything. Turn round to this side, and we can have a couple of bits on here. An oscillator. Okay, sure, why not? You never know when you might need to oscillate something vigorously. What I'm going to do is get a bit of parchment, because he is likely to be following some sort of plans. Ink. Pop a bit of spilled ink, turn it black, and this is just moss, which is a really handy thing for making spills, even blood, things like that. So we've got, let's swap, there we go, put the parchment there and his little doodah there, little doodad, whatever it is. And obviously everyone's going to have a mug. You need your cup of tea, coffee, beer, whatever. Just ready for the day. We'll give him a bit of beer there. You can change the liquids in here now. Oh, not in that one. You can in there we go, the mug. Wait, hang on. Where's the... There it is, the beer mug, which comes by default as green, which is not like any beer I've seen, at least not first off. Leave it outside for a few weeks and maybe green and furry. So we've got blood, we've got acid or slime, water, molten lava for, yep, reasons. Brown, kind of muddy. I suppose that's close enough to beer. And molten gold. Excuse me. So, there is also some new parchment nailed to the wall, which I'm going to pop over here, just so he's got all of his information, he knows what he's doing. Put that up there. And I'm going to import a document that I use as a signature. There we go, close enough. I don't want to spend 50 million years on this, so we've got one bedroom and his work area done. Now we do obviously need some bits in here, so we're just going to pop some paperwork and bits of tools and such like into here. Some scrolls. Shrink these down a bit. That's interesting. That doesn't go. That goes through the flooring of it, through the bottom of that. Paperwork. Can't imagine he's that bothered about paperwork, but got to keep up appearances. Maybe where the tax man comes. There we go. Technical manual open. And a book of... Oh, this is the customizable book. I'm not going to customize it because I do quite just want a book open. And a little book wheel. Maybe with some instructions on it. There. And also on the table. For him to follow. Come back around here. We'll get ready to put a few books on shelves. Use this for some of the other smaller books, the newer books. They're really up. There's, I think it said over 650 assets, something like that. I think it was, which is a bit remarkable, really. Oh, the ledger, one of my favourite assets. Gonna need him somewhere. Every shop, everything, I tend to stick the ledger in. A couple of other books piled up. And then the rest we'll fill with, pop some scrolls and a couple of potions. A scroll case. Where's the little white scroll? There he is. Just have a scroll laid out. And we're going to use potions in here. Or, idea, just get a bit of dynamite ready. Everyone needs things that are going to blow up. And there's piles of is it ash? Is that ash? Did I dream that? I think I did. No, that was it. I'm make ash with the moss. Turn it black. So we've got some ash kind of. So it's kind of the black powder that he's obviously not paying a huge amount of attention to. And we'll put some more explosives just ready on a couple of shelves. And then at the bottom, one or two. I'll turn it off in a moment. We'll have a walk through the workshop. A couple of bottles, a couple of potions. Really nice new potion bottles. There's so many of them as well. Really, really attractive ones. I'm going to put a lamp up in there. I think there should be. Yep. There it is. We'll attach that to the side of the bookcase. Oh dear. That's going to be a bit of a risk, but yeah. That's very Alchemist skilled Discworld level. couple of little potion bottles on the table. Put some small ones in here at different angles, different colours. Red, pink, purple, green. Oh, that's not a purple. And black. Just to fill that up a bit. And have we got anything that we can put just in? Oh, if we lift the potion shelf up a bit, or drop it down. No, that won't work. That's a shame. So the new glass textures are really easy to see on the old bottles, the old vials and potions, because we remember how they looked, and now they've got just a much improved. There was no label on that one. I was trying to find the label. They've got a really improved look. Okay, this guy's doesn't need too many potions. But let's have a quick look. There we go. The new glass and bottle effect. All of these new shelving units, I love those. Oh, I could translate that. I'm definitely not going to. If it was a text form, I could do it a bit easier, but oh, and there's the dynamite. There's still no play button in here, but never mind. Turn the flame off or leave it on. We've got various animations that can be triggered. Okay, so I think that's this workshop done. Gonna move on to the bedroom for the alchemist, or whatever we're gonna call him. And he's just gonna have a much simpler door. What have we got? Doesn't need a witchy door. Just a little. I was about to say a little gothic door, but that's quite a dramatic gothic door. Let's go for one of the old doors. There we go. That fits with the. Turn it round. That fits with the aesthetic. And Artificer. He can have a nice, well, I say a nice ruined hardwood floor. It's a bit of a tautology. I don't think tautology was the word I was after there. Contradiction. Change the walls. Little wooden wall from the magic shop set. A bed. A bed fit for an alchemist. So these ones work well when they're squished up together. Let's. Okay, that's not quite as visible with the other as the other one. Ooh, yeah. Some nice sizzling floor. Where's that ruined floor? There we go. We'll have that, and just a tiny piece of moss just as a spill, but also what we do have is the spilled cauldron. If we have that as a very small little spilled cauldron, try and get the moss to there we go, moss just inside there. Give it a bit of purple. There we are. Now what we could do is potentially use the gelatinous cube. If we can match up the colour, just sink that very slightly. Oh, that doesn't go. Of course, there's no room underneath, for want of a better word. There. Suppose that could be kind of part of the liquid coming up here. There we go. Oops. Come on now. And we're going to get a tiny, tiny abstract. Now we're going to get a big abstract. Put a piece of steam and black smoke and possibly a tiny bit of swirly mist, and then shrink it right down. Put it just underneath. Oh, don't even need to turn it invisible actually if we drop it down there. I'm going to anyway because, well, I don't know why. But there we go. We've got a tiny, tiny spill. Nice. I like that. Nice little detail. So, let's get him a closet. You can have a slightly posher closet. There we go. Don't really want it taller than the wall. That's a bit peculiar. Oh, nightstand. There's a nightstand with things on. Let's get one on either side of the bed now that it locks onto the. There we go with a few books. Now that it locks onto there, and we can open the door, which means we can sneak in a gingerbread man and a few crumbs, which I use pebbles, that's the word. Oh, I've got them favourited, I should have remembered. We got a few pebbles. If we change the colour to make them slightly lighter, then you've got a few gingerbread crumbs. Pop some in there, shrink it right down if we can. Oh, collision's on, that's why. Shrink it right down. There we go. Closet. We still need a closet. We'll have a small one, as the large one's a bit dramatic. Maybe on this side. Looking at it from a user's point of view, actually have it that way on so we can see what's going on, and also a washing basin. But on this side, and we'll have a little mirror on the wall up here. A little broken mirror because a mess. So he's got a towel that's on the floor, and yeah, Oh, I think he's definitely going to need a bath. You're quite right. Let's... Ooh. Excellent ideas. Comes under screen as well. So, might do is just put a little screen there. And give him a bathtub. Possibly with a bit of... Let's put a rug underneath, just so it's a bit more special. Shrink it down a bit to fit. Get the bath. Hello, why won't the bath lift? Oh, because the rug is in the bath, actually inside on the floor of it. That's why. Silly me. Turn this round so his head is at a certain elevation. You could have a couple of shelves with... Is it? Yeah, it's maybe a bit too clean. Hi, by the way, Mondo. How are you? There is actually... I'll dump that over there for a moment. There is a rug that is threadbare. It's the round one. That'll do. We'll pop that on there. Maybe change the bath to the round tub so that it fits a bit nicer. Well, you're very welcome. Nice to see you. How are you getting on with your prep? Let's pop it in the middle and just adjust it very slightly. I think if we had a cupboard with... Where's the cupboard that opens? We've got a closet. I thought there was a cupboard as well. I'm going to use this bookcase. Nope. There is a cupboard that I'm thinking of. I've got a feeling it's actually that closet. Bookcase. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's actually this. Opens up, and then you can pop some towels in. So yeah, maybe an alchemists have a bit more need for the personal care because of the nature of spilling everything and all of that palaver. Probably don't last very long in that line of work if you're cheerfully licking up all of your spills yourself. There we go. And in a dungeon as well, almost. Yeah, there's quite a few of the new assets and room shapes and similar on show in here. We've created the Artificer's Workshop, which has got loads of the new assets in. Everything from zappy things to new desks, new bookcases, cupboards, potions, books, loads of new books. Floor types, even the wall is brand new. I just really love these chests full of stuff. Bits and bobs, knickknacks. So yeah, the Artificer and excuse me, Alchemist kind of living together, sharing a space. Yeah, there's three. Sorry, excuse me. Helps if I spell electricity right as well. So we got 3 new connectors. One on the floor, small one. A large one on the floor. And a wall mounted. Works quite well for traps as well, the wall mounted ones. So if you didn't want anyone coming into the room, I don't think it'll work at that distance quite, but if we connect it to here, suddenly no one's allowed in there. What's going on over there? That's a weird arc for it. There we go, get it to the right height. Ah, that's a very electrified door. But yeah, there's lots of little new bits and bobs. Yeah, it's kind of what I was hoping. I mean, I did a few videos. I'm not great with videos, as someone's already cheerfully pointed out in the comments. I just waffle on. I do that as well here, but difference is it's live. Not that much of a difference. All of the new new tools, dozens of new I don't even know what most of them are. Just stuff. Bits and pieces. Tools for artificers and good for steampunk sort of stuff. And also, of course, Fallout kind of campaigns. Anything kind of deserty wastelands full of broken and rusty things. The autosave's kicked in. Every so often I see it freezing briefly as the autosave does its thing. Yeah, you've kind of got to play with it. To be honest, the reason I'm doing the Artificers is I completely missed it. I didn't realise it was a new room type. I knew that the stuff was there, the tools and things, but the actual room itself, no clue. Bedroom. Bookcase. A couple of I suppose it depends on how big the actual files are. It does. It's a bit weird that bookcase and bookshelf are both different things. So if you want the furnished one, you have to search for bookshelf rather than bookcase. That's a bit counterintuitive for my brain, but in fact, there you go, has to be one word. Oh look, there's one of the new animated books. The Book of Enforced Literacy. Yeah, be nice to not have to try and remember. Oh, hang on, is it this or is it? Is it this or is it this or is it? You know. Excuse my cough. basically the worst time of the year to be doing any kind of videos. And it's probably the only time in the year I'll do any kind of videos. So, yay! Gonna pop a little rug down in front of the books. There we go. A few of the new books and book stacks, book piles. Now it's probably going to have a fair bit of potion shelf space. Aha, potion shelf. Lower this down as well, so we can get a few of different heights. Kicking about the place. Put collisions back on. Okay. I like the idea of just having a potion shelf that's just for your bubble bath. There we go, we'll pop that above. Actually, I wonder if we turn this round, can we get it so that it's a combined shelf? Ish, kind of. Oh, that's good enough for me. So there we go, we've got some shampoo and such like. Oh, hello. I've not seen these yet. Jars of eyeballs. Oh, I knew they were creeping around somewhere. I completely forgot to try and find them. Lovely. Probably not what you want on your bath. Maybe in the cupboard. Put a couple of potions in there, just so we've got some space to get some proper one. Potion of enduring love. There you go. Oh, the pearls. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, I used to love those, especially once they'd sort of exploded and opened up, and you had this kind of film thing that you could pull apart and make magic potions in the bath with. Mixing it in your Mr. Matey shampoo bottle. Oh, yep. Oh, now a big ladle would be handy to stir the bath. Maybe not that big. I don't know. I see Mr. Matey kind of advertise, if that's what you meant. I see it pop up a lot of nostalgia things, so I'm guessing maybe they don't make it anymore, but who knows. Oh, here we go. We've got a nice bath. Let's give it a bit of steam because it's quite a warm. It'd be quite a nice hot bath. And a little chest to one side. Not the flesh chest. That is quite a big nope. Oh, I do like the fey chest. It just opens as a flower. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I love that it's a thing. I love that it's an option, but bleh, slightly terrifying. So, inside the chest, I'm going to shrink it down. The chests always seem quite large. I'm going to put a towel, but what I'm going to do, get the big towel, and I'm going to lift it up so that we can add a few extra bits just on the top. Find a nice book. And oh, I'll put my own signature coin in there. I've got a coin that I made for use as a signature. We'll have a quick zoom in on that in a moment. A couple of coins. There we go. That was from my own game. Some of the players joked at one point that well, one of the players asked if I could be bribed, and I said I'd institute a system of Stevie Bucks from the Bank of Sherlock. And Sherlock is probably my longest running NPC, Sherlock Bones. And I brought him into here just as a token, bought with a prize for winning a damn challenge a year or two ago. And I do love Sherlock. He's a lovely boy. He now is joined with the lady, who is a major NPC in the lore of the maps that I make. I don't actually run a game anymore. I don't have time, sadly. But the lady basically owns... She's kind of the mafia don, as it were. She owns all of the mines and places like that. Places where safety is second to profit. And the lady is... the lady and Sherlock tend to end up in a lot of date night style screenshots, which is strange. I'm going to put a little coat hook over here. Oh, no. Let's have a look at the new cloaks. Okay, so there's some really nice new that book of enforced literacy keeps coming out. So there's some really nice new cloaks. I'm going to choose... Ooh, this one comes with assorted hats and accoutrements. Alright, didn't know that. I've seen it in a top hat before. There we go, that's the one I've seen. In a top hat. It looks a bit Christmas Carol. Looks a little bit Charles Dickens. Ebenezer Scroggy. That looks like a nice outfit for the... this is all a bit Assassin's Creed over here. This green one can actually be customised. And if we grab the image for my wine bottle and turn it round, there you go. You've got your own custom mantle, kirtle, all of the bits. That one goes inside out. There are templates that will be coming to do things with this cloak. There's a picture. There's the tattoo of Eliza somewhere. Let me find that and pop Eliza on here. Might be. Oh, hang on. No. Main cloak. Hey, it's me in my shirt. Very proud of the Dungeon Alchemist t-shirt. Oh, wow, that's a strange looking cloak. I'm going to keep that one. Let someone steal this map and pretend that they made that. It's a picture of me. Albeit with a Sherlock token over the face, but the world's not ready for my beauty. That's a nice little... Just a small bedroom. Let's get some lights in here, just to make sure people can actually see what on earth's going on. One there. I'm going to move that one. I'm going to turn off collision and just pop it on the end there. Yeah, don't need any more with that. Okay, so we've got everything apart from the alchemist's laboratory and a little greenhouse. The greenhouse will be a bit simpler. I've got a little green portal going into the greenhouse. What we'll do, greenhouse, only let it do the bells and whistles and twiddly bits. Oh, hello. I like that already. Let's see what else. Oh, no. Perfect. So I'm going to let the generation deal with that one. I really like that. I am going to go with cast iron tiles if I can find them. Not cast iron. Green pavers. Excuse me. Just for that Victorian greenhouse look. That's a very good idea. Let's get some blue light, be nice. Get the lighting set up. Copy and paste. Alright, try that again. There we go. We've got some nice blue light. Not sure about the tiles. Ooh, green marble. Oh, hello. Much as I like that, I did like the big planter in the room. I'm going to replace that one with a planter. And also, possibly, I'll put in one of the... Oh, good idea. Yes. I'm going to put one of the... one of the statues in. Just as a bit of interest. Oh, there. Floor with a bit of mud, bit of moss. That's, yep. We also have some muddy tiles now, which are muddy bricks and muddy tiles. I'm going to keep that, I like that. And pop in a planter. I'm going to put in an empty planter because I know what I've decided will be nice in here. Is there the larger planter, please? There we go. And we're going to look at the Fey. There's a spiral. The Fey spiral plant. Ooh. Yeah. I'm going to put these two together and then the lower one slightly. Just so they kind of connect and weave into each other. I like that. Let's get some nice cast iron windows. One of my favourite maps that I've done is the what's it called? Botanical Gardens. That's it. God, my brain completely froze then. Ooh. Oh, they're nice. I like these big windows. For some reason, there's a weird bit of old window there. We'll put one on that side. Turn it round so it pokes out. And then we've got a nice bit of... I'll sort that wall out as well. Bring that light off for a moment, because that will need to go back round. And obviously all the new windows go in with curves and such like. Fill the place with windows. Take this hanging planter and pop it over, just so we can get the plant back on. And now, where's the end for this? Let's zoom in so we can see, because we're going to have to individually place these lights now. That's a slight wonky angle. Also, someone's screaming outside as if their life depends on it. Mind you, on my estate it might well do. Attach that in there. Oh, there's already light on this wall. To move this plant for that to work. I think anything that's kind of greenhousey, just it works so well. I'll have to have a look at that. If they're on the workshop, I'll have a bit of a butcher's at some of the SaCMaps. Let's get a bit of fey cover on here. The fey tree might be a bit large, but I move this over and this over. Have a little bit of a fey tree. Ooh, good idea. Just gonna bung a couple of small things just on there. A couple of plants. I'm gonna add a little bit of dirt just coming from out and around, as if it's kind of spilled. There we go. Force field. We do also have the tile as well, which is, I wonder if that was that tile is almost kind of like a magical barrier to stop anything awful happening. I won't use that there, but let's try with the wall of force. I'm going to expand it and make it a bit larger, just so hopefully it'll fit the width of a window, even if I need to mess around with the height slightly. It's quite bright. That is quite nice. Quite a nice effect. I wonder if we kind of extend it to the rest of this area that's using it, using the windows. Have to kind of curve it round a little bit with these back ones. Oh, hello, there's that spider that's been on my wall. That was a very good idea, thank you for that. Turn yourself round, thank you. And then another slight angle here just to catch that curve. So from a top-down point of view, oh, that is quite nice actually. That doesn't look, it doesn't stick out too much. I'm going to pull it back to the wall so that it doesn't stand out too much. Pull that back, and that one, and that one. That's the window I'm trying to grab there. There we go. Pull that back. Let's have a... Oh, hang on. Pulled it back a bit too far now. Let's undo all of that. We can live with. Yeah, you can smooth it out. Oops. Or you were able to. Is there no smoothing now? Why? So, yeah, you can smooth it out using the thingy tools, but then you lose the ceiling, which is a bit, you know, not ideal. Okay, I like this. I like this. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a quick workbench at one side. That's a prayer bench. There we go, a little workbench. Can I get this on here? Move this chap over. A little workbench over here with garden. So a watering can. Gonna pop a little planter. Gonna sink it down so that it's there and ready. Oh, hello, wheelbarrow. The ones that I made. Oh, they're nice. Yeah, I think I'll leave it so that the top, like you say, top down, it does look a bit magical. But yeah, it could be hidden. Looks nice though. It's a really good suggestion. Thank you. I'm gonna have. Oh, I always search for spade, and it's a shovel. Gonna make a small shovel and garden fork just on the floor, and a couple of bags that could well contain compost. I've gone through so much compost this year, it's absolutely insane. I think I'm up to 18 bags, and that's just absolute madness. I've spent more on compost than I have on food shopping in the last month and a half combined. Apparently nothing's too good for my little plants outside, even if I've got pasta. So bag, bit of dirt just on the ground. Okay, a little bit of dirt. A little bit of dirt. Excuse my cough. Keep it normal colour. Oh, I hate weeding. That's what I've discovered. Don't like weeding. Oh, there was a wall in there to fix. Where's the cast iron? Oh, I've just realised there's proper glass wall versions. That's very silly. I could have just done that. Typical. At least that wall's changed now, though. Let's put those nice windows back. Oh. It's refusing to go back. Well, I'll leave it as it is. Okay. So now, let's give that a quick save. So the last room, I've only got a few minutes left, so but this is a room that is probably going to be mostly automatically sort of generated as the library. We'll allow it. Change of a few things. Etch. Oh, there's some nice options coming up. There we go. I like this. I like this already. So we've got a little hearth, we've got some bubbly bits, we've got a drawing table. Let's add a stool to that. A little stool that looks like it's adjustable. Pop the ink just on the side there, ready for him. Lots of things bubbling away. We'll pull a couple of these tables together as a combined work area. Chest can sit over by the door. How many doors have I got? Why is that a door? That's not, shouldn't be a door. Although it's a better door than that one, so we'll have that there. Well, I panicked about homelessness. It's quite remarkable, the change that Dungeon Alchemist has given me, which I'm very grateful for. Excuse me. Let's have a nice wooden interior. Oh, I do quite like the slightly plastered version. Slightly plastered. Not saying a word. Okay, so we'll get a couple of the large alchemists bits of equipment in. Like we have... Yeah, could well do. It's... Unfortunately, hay fever triggers the asthma, which triggers basically everything, which is an absolute pain in the whatsits. Chuck an enchanting table in. Oops. Little writing desk. Enchanting table with some potions. Can go in the corner. That's good. Always nice to raise a glass in someone's memory. A sad day, sad as it is to have to do so, unfortunately. Many years ago I worked with pretty much exclusively colleagues who were 40 plus years older than I was, and that became quite an unpleasant regular occurrence which is sad. But we ended up making some memorial garden sort of things, which was nice. It was nice in the long run, but obviously not something you'd ever want to have to do. Ooh, that's unfortunate. What have I got going on over here? I've got weird things happening here. I'm going to move this over a bit. I hope there's still with us, unfortunately, as Max said during the stream. Just obviously some people claiming otherwise, but it's something. I don't think it's something that's gonna just go away now that it's kind of arrived. Things will change and there'll be different segments of whatever it is, different strains and things like that, but I think it's kind of here now and we have to be careful, especially with, you know, like people like Mac's wife, who is very immunocompromised, and you know, we don't know, when we pass people on the street, we don't know who might be in a similar situation, so best we can do is kind of just try and think of others as best we can. Why am I trying to put a meat grinder? I mean, why not? Let's just have a meat grinder on the table. Grind a ooh, I'm going to search for skull. I'm going to find the charred skull. I know I'm going slightly over the time, but I just want to finish this off and actually have a look at it. There we go. A nice skull to grind. There's also, if we search for charred, we've got this charred wood, which, if I'm careful, might be able to get in this container as if full of bits of skeletal thingies. Oops. But yeah, unfortunately, I've got member of my own family who is quite blasé about it all. They're very into crystal healing and things like that, and have decided. Do you want to see something even more unpleasant? I love this. Bags of teeth. Jars of teeth, loose teeth. What would do? We'll get some of these out on the table, spilled, and then we'll get the pestle and mortar. There's a new pestle and mortar in town, and have that as a kind of a grinding area. Chuck a bone in as well. One very weird update, the jawbone has changed orientation. It's now vertical, which is different. So, a bit unusual. So, I'm going to get rid of this window. There's a potion shelf kind of thing that I want to pop. Not an actual shelf, a closet. Ah, there we go. A cupboard with potions. I'm going to put a few of these along this side. I wonder if I can stack them. Possibly. And that's got some mandrake. Oh, yes, I can stack them. Lovely. Get those stacked up there. Maybe move that one to over there so we've not got everything in the way of the door. Get the potion shelf. Pop a few of those around. So we've got a shelf there. A shelf up here. Pop one above here just so we've got lots and lots of storage areas for the shelves. There we go. I'm going to move this down very slightly just so they're not all perfectly uniform. And then I've got a magic circle I'm going to pop on the floor by this guy. Up you come. Just break the collision. Oop, come on. There we go. Oh, that's close enough. Put a nice magic, whatchamacallit there, magic circle. Bring this up very slightly. And pop a couple of crystals down. Maybe weighing one crystal against another. And a nice glass of blood, apparently, in this one. Needs a small rug underneath this table. And I think we're basically sorted. Strawberry, yes, absolutely. Not blood, no, no way. No, family friendly and all that. Put that back where it was, just so that the skull and all of the crunchy bits are in the right place. Might need to come over a little bit more. There we go, that looks more like it. Move the skull. And there we have. We've got a little save. There's just a bit of lighting to do and a couple of bits of tidying, but we have a perfectly usable map of an artificer and an alchemist working together, possibly not voluntarily, maybe not even liking each other, but they're working together. We're going to pop Sherlock Bones in and have a quick walk around. When it decides it's going to go so. This will end up probably being a Saturday map on the Patreon. It will need tidying up for then, but I'll give that a good go. Oh, hello, we've got two. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Pick a side and see who you can, who you want to support. And in theory, what I will probably do as a variant for this is have it cleared out so that players can use the props on the VTT to make their own whatever. I really like how the light makes that conservatory look. Thanks for that. So coming out of the the giant lemon in Kyle's honour. We have a section where trying to increase some space. Artificer's room. Lots of bits hanging. Nice mirror. I like that. Slightly splashed water. A tub. A nice box of stuff to play with. Close the doors. Ooh, hello. Something's coming through there. What's coming through there? Don't know, we can't see in there. Ah, it's the shelf for the toiletries. A nice hot bath. And the accident on the floor. Sizzling away. Me on a cloak. Forgot about that. Artificer, the Alchemist's workshop. Loads of potions, bits and pieces, drawing tables, tools, teeth and bones being ground to make bread, maybe. This is from the potion class. We can change the colour of the liquid in here. It doesn't change the colour of the smoke, unfortunately. Yes, twice people have taken maps and barely adapted them, to be honest. Only once did someone try to sell it, but that's why I have quite a few hidden signatures. Unfortunately, they one of them didn't even try to, well, neither of them found all the signatures, but one didn't even try to hide the signatures. The very obvious ones. I'd written my initials in blocks of meat. That was very early on in Dungeon Alchemist. Oh, no, you can oh, hello. I didn't think you could change. Oh, this is much... There we go. Oh, I like that. Can't change the bubbles, but you can change the smoke. Oh, very nice. The flame colour. So this is from the potion class set. This is the teacher's potion potion thingamabob. One interesting thing amongst many, I created a whole series of near invisible lights. Disco. There's a new thing where if you import items with lighting excuse me, to Dungeon Alchemist, it will automatically give it all of the lighting options. And the interesting thing with this one, this disco light comes with, let's turn the lights off, comes with 7 colours, and DA has picked up every one of those colours, and they can be controlled individually on and off. But intensity, overall colour can all be changed, which means I don't need a million different lights anymore. I could just have one compared to the 22 I think I made. That's not... Ooh, look at the colour of that at night. Glorious. That's a really pretty little area. Oh, we don't have anything growing in here. Let's give it a little... there's a fey mushroom that's got a lumpy, warty blob. Where is it? There it is. It is slightly massive. There we go. We'll have a little warty friend. He looks like he's half asleep. Oh, that looks so nice in the with those force walls. Good thinking, you. Well done. Where were we up to? We were walking through and I got distracted. My brain is very easily distracted by shiny things. Here's... I do like these. Here's the greenhouse. Oh, look at those. Spiralling in amongst one another. Now that I've kind of got into gardening, I'm hoping for something to grow. I have already eaten some of my own lettuce, which is I was very proud of, but you know, just tastes like lettuce. My mum said to me, "Oh, does it taste better because you grew it?" I mean, it's lettuce. It's basically wet green. The Artificer's workshop. There's a lot going on in here. Don't need to escape just yet. Lots of really nice cupboards. Naked flames near the dynamite. What could go wrong? Very Ankh-Morpork. And what I've decided is... yeah, exactly. It's kind of wet greenery. But it's wet. It's lettuce that I haven't had to buy. I've got carrots, kale, mini pot sweet corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, also, peas and beans. I'm hoping they actually, all of that actually grows, but the lettuce was the first thing, and I was very proud. But yeah, this is kind of like I'm in my brain. This is a nuclear power in some fashion. Drawing power from a crystal is having to be cooled with a big fan. And that's where the power for all this is coming from. So there's going to be a few bits that need tidying up, but I imagine what I'll do when I finish this, I will put it straight on the workshop if anyone wants to look around or grab it. I normally don't put things on the workshop until they've gone out on Patreon, but this is going to go straight up as soon as I finish the little tweaks, as it were. I just realised need some. I'm not a fan of that floor, so the very last thing we'll just chuck a bit of different flooring in here. Possibly some stonework just to avoid the corrosion. That'll do. I'm happy with that. I like that. Excellent. But yeah, this will go up on the workshop as and when. The magic update releases tomorrow. There's 4 videos in a playlist on YouTube if you search SaCMaps somewhere. They're supposed to be short, they're not short, they gradually get longer. Green brick. Clever, clever, clever. Where's the green brick gone? The dark. Or the light? Which... Oh, you're right. The black marble's got kind of a... Yeah, it's got that kind of... The tiles have got that kind of muddy texture to it. Ooh. Oh, that works quite well. And it almost does. It kind of looks, apart from the slightly larger stones, it kind of looks like this is maybe the same stonework, but it's kind of got quite overgrown in there. Yeah, it's a really nice contrast. Great suggestion. Thank you for that. But yeah, there's some videos on YouTube. I don't tend to stream very often. I just tend to waffle quite a lot, so I avoid it in general. It is fun. I do it every so often. I might think of having a bit of a regular stream, but this was mostly just to help show off the magic update. If there's anyone who doesn't have Dungeon Alchemist or just wants to grab a bunch of maps, then there's I have a Patreon, patreon.com/SaCMaps. There's a few tiers, but everything gives instant access to full map packs, a good few hundred of them. When I last looked, there was something like 2,000 maps, so there's quite a lot. But yeah, I mean, if you're a user of Dungeon Alchemist, then the vast majority are on the workshop in some form or another, so you can, you know, save yourself £2 and grab them from there. Although, to be fair, people on using Dungeon Alchemist are making their own maps, so it's good fun. Like to have a look around and peek at some of the old some of the maps. But yeah, this has been the Artificer and Alchemist's workshops. Took slightly longer than expected. Very grateful for all of the support, the assistance and the help and the ideas. It's a bit of a communal effort, this map, which is why it will go straight up on the workshop. I'll try and tidy up tonight. Just chuck a bit of light on, and I'll see if I can get it up in the next couple of hours. But if not, then by tomorrow night, this time tomorrow, should be up on there. I'll have a bit of a tidy and a play around. But thank you very much for watching. It's been nice to have a bit of a chilled chat. I hope all goes well with raising the glass, Highland Less. Mondu, thank you very much for your suggestions as well. It's always nice to have a bit of collaborative help with maps, and you know, everyone's got their own perspectives on what works well with this, and some people might enjoy there might be a certain asset or floor or wall that they know better than you know, other people, and it's really nice to just get a bit of a thing going, you know. Oh, that's nice. I don't look on the workshop as much as I probably should. I always worry that ideas will go in subconsciously and I'll end up accidentally stealing ideas. Ooh, water elementals. Lovely. I do like... I had a one-shot with a huge swimming pool where there'd been an unfortunate accident involving a cult and some rituals, and the players were so busy dealing with a water elemental that they didn't notice themselves being surrounded by drowned. And I do love using drowned. They're but yeah, gonna wrap up. Thank you very much for watching and for having a chat. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening and enjoy the magic update. It's been a real privilege to be able to check it out. Have a bit of a sneak peek. Although I completely missed the Artificer part of it. Thank you, that's very kind. Lovely to hear. Hopefully I'll do some more streams at some point, but we'll see. Maybe the next update, if I'm lucky. Alright. Take care, everyone. Thank you for coming. I almost said sweet dreams. That was when I talked to my mum at this time of night. Oh God, I need some sleep. Enjoy the update tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.